Thanks for taking the time to view this quick tutorial of our personalization tool. We hope that this information makes it easier and quicker for you to personalize and submit your order with us. Before we get started, I just wanted to provide a little bit of background and some tips that might answer some questions if you're using the tool for the first time. The personalization tool is primarily used for collecting order information quicker and easier than traditional methods that most team dealers and our customers are used to, be it fax, phone, or email. It's also a way to reduce the time it takes to organize the information in the format that we need. Additionally, it reduces the errors and eliminates double entry because once the order is submitted, it's formatted into our system, which means we don't have to rekey everything in. One of the most important things the tool is used for is processing orders quicker. Because your information is formatted correctly, it's in our system, there's no need to re-enter it, and sometimes we can save a couple days in processing. The personalization tool is also used to provide a visual example of what some of the decoration is going to look like on the color of your items. For example, if you're decorating a red jersey, it's going to give you a chance to see how different color combinations and fonts will look on these items. It's not a way to see the finished product or a mock-up of the items, which I'll touch on in a moment. Lastly, by utilizing the personalization tool and ordering online, it allows us to store the details of your order that you'll be able to access just by creating an account with us. The personalization tool is not used for providing a mock-up of the finished product. Meaning, if you select a specific jersey and specific numbers or names, it's not going to show you exactly what the decoration is going to look like on that specific item. The numbers, team name, and player names are all going to be examples that's just going to give you an idea of the colors and the fonts that we offer. On the last step of the decorating process is where you'll have the opportunity to enter specific numbers and names for your order. Also, the personalization tool is not for creating custom items. And what I mean by that is that you're not going to be able to customize specific colors of the product. We do offer several custom women's jerseys, and so if you're interested in those, you can just visit our women's jersey section and look for the products that say custom in the product name. Because there's so much detail that goes into that process, you'll have to call in and speak with the team sales representative, and we'll be happy to help you. Just some general notes before we wrap up. Once you've selected the colors, picked out your fonts, decided on the location, and possibly uploaded or picked out a logo from our library, you'll have the opportunity to enter the specifics of your order. The team information section is where you'll provide the specific numbers and names or player names if you have them. Once you've added that information to the cart, you'll then be able to review it before starting the checkout process. You can also make edits easily by opening up specific tabs, or if you need to, there's a reset button at the bottom of the form. Please remember to double check your items because some of them have color insert seams or special stitchings in the areas that you might want to decorate. Also, please review all the numbers and the spelling before submitting your order. Changes may cause delays and additional fees depending on how far along we get in the order processing stages. Once we started your order, please allow 14 business days, which means Monday through Friday and no holidays, for your order to ship. Shipping times vary by location, but our standard delivery time is between 1 and 4 days, all depending on where you're located. There's also a map on our shipping page that can give you a more accurate estimate. If we anticipate the order taking longer than 14 business days, we'll contact you before starting your order. Lastly, if you need the order quicker, you can specify a certain date when you're filling out your information, or you can type us a note in the additional comment section. We'll do everything that we can to meet your deadline, but we might have to charge some rush fees or express shipping, and that really all depends on the makeup of your order and your location. Again, we'll contact you to review your options before we start your order. The last thing to note is the $25 less than minimum fee when you're personalizing less than 6 items. If it's a libero or a fill-in order, simply select yes on the form and that charge is going to be taken off the order. Once the order is submitted, we'll cross-reference it in our system to verify, and then we'll start processing your order. We charge a less than minimum fee for a couple different reasons. The first is because aside from the actual decorating of the garment, the time it takes to coordinate, order, process, and ship the items is about the same regardless of if it's one jersey or a full team's worth. All of our printing prices are based on a full team, so if there are less than 6 items, in a lot of cases we can actually lose money. By applying the less than minimum fee, it helps absorb some of those losses. The second reason is because many of our manufacturers and vendors that we use have less than minimum fees that we get charged and in turn have to pass on. Because we sometimes have to order from 1 or 2 different manufacturers just for a single order, it's important that we recoup some of those costs. There's a lot more information about the less than minimum fees and our general printing process, so if you have additional questions, feel free to give us a call or visit our FAQ page. Before we wrap up, we just want to offer some tips and recommendations that hopefully will make ordering just a little bit easier for you. We recommend 4-inch numbers on the front and 6-inch numbers on the back, primarily for game jerseys because it satisfies all of the rules for high school, college, and club volleyball. Also, team and player names should be limited to 12 characters, otherwise it's going to be difficult or impossible to fit on the item that you're decorating. Adding a second color, in particular for the team name, offers the best value because it's the least expensive way to make your decorating stand out a little bit more. In some cases, custom logos can lead to delays. There's a lot of different reasons for this, but it's primarily because there's times we'll need to color correct or redraw a logo depending on the file quality. If you're in a rush or have a tight turnaround time, we always recommend a 1-color number and a 1-color team name as it's the quickest decorating process. There's also some other nuances of logos that can get tricky based on the design, the logo placement, or even the size. So once we've reviewed your artwork, we'll contact you as soon as possible if there's any problems. Lastly, if there's any special instructions or information that you need to pass on, there's an additional comment section at the end of the form that you can fill out before submitting your personalization details. If you need more information or to contact us, just click on one of the links at the top right-hand side of the personalization tool, and we'll be happy to help you in any way we can.